Multi-vector integration is Kazakhstan's chosen course of development. In the program, Single Market. When a ship is crossing restless seas, aside from the storms, underwater rifts may also pose a danger. It is important to not only keep track of the weather forecast, but also the sea lanes. Hello, my name is Pavel Koktushev. In today's program, Jibek, long live friendship. Poland and Kazakhstan, trade and economic cooperation on the rise. The Alatau Park of Innovative Technologies, how innovations are nourishing Kazakhstan's economy. And coming right up, trends, China's investments into Kazakhstan's economy.
Портфель китайских инвестиций, предложенных Казахстану.
The portfolio of China's investments offered to Kazakhstan at the beginning of September of this year during the meetings of the leaders of the two countries is quite mobile and at the same time extensive. And this important trend of the season promises to last for all 4 seasons. China's investments can be divided into 3 categories. The first, development of the transport and logistics infrastructure on an interstate level. In the grand scheme of things, this is synchronization of 2 strategies. The destination of investments channeled by our neighbor, the Special Economic Zone Horgo's Eastern Gates. Concrete source of investments, Chinese Jiangsu province. This eastern province will allocate $600 million for the development of Kazakhstan's project within the framework of the Agreement on Cooperation. The aim is to establish a world-class level hub on the basis of the Horgo's Eastern Gates Special Economic Zone, which will service the flow of goods shipped from the Pacific Ocean towards the Baltic Sea. By the way, it is precisely at the Jiangsu province on the coast of the Yellow Sea that the Liangyungang port is located. For our country, this is an opportunity for a transit breakthrough. Liangyungang has an overseas connection with the ports located on the Pacific Ocean, Busan, South Korea, and Osaka, Japan. The new terminal will allow us to decrease logistics needs in this region in comparison with the land transit route by 3.5 times. The second direction of China's investment, Kazakhstan's industrial sector. Spheres such as metallurgy, chemical industry, machine building and processing. New productions will be established for the manufacturing of equipment for the oil and gas sector, automobiles, wind power generators, synthetic liquid fuel and chemical fertilizers. There are plans to establish 45 production enterprises with the participation of China's capital. For 25 of them, agreements in the total amount of $23 billion were signed at the beginning of September during the talks between the President of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev, and the Chairman of the People's Republic of China, Xi Jinping. And finally, the third vector of China's investments, development of partnership with Kazakhstan on the basis of science plus production cooperation. And to summarize, the main feature of China's new investments is in the fact that on the one hand, they will facilitate the diversification of our economy, and on the other, they will meet the strategic interests of both countries. Poland, an important European partner of Kazakhstan. The annual volume of trade turnover between the countries exceeds $1 billion. By the way, in this category, among the 28 countries of the European Union, with which Kazakhstan maintains trade and economic relations, Poland is in 7th place. A good dynamic is also seen in the growth of Poland's investments into our country. 120 joint enterprises have been established in Kazakhstan with participation of Poland's capital. Kazakhstan-Poland trade and economic relations have been on the rise for the last 7 years. A positive cooperation dynamic was also seen during periods when the world economy was experiencing a recession. For example, in 2009, trade turnover between the countries increased by 40%. By the end of the year, a record figure was reached. The volume of trade turnover reached $1.1 billion. The structure of Kazakhstan's exports is dominated by hydrocarbons, products of the iron and steel industry, chemical industry, agriculture, and raw materials produced from bituminous materials. In turn, Poland supplies furniture, electronic equipment, synthetic materials, and pharmaceutical products to our market. Each year, there is growth in the volumes of products of the machine-building sector. We supply equipment for the mining industry, light industry, and for the processing of agricultural products. In addition to the expansion of bilateral trade, the countries are actively collaborating on the creation of new cooperation platforms. One of them is provision of consulting services. Polish experts believe that Kazakhstan's new initiatives on infrastructural development, improvement of the transit potential, and entrance into new sales markets coincide with the possibilities and experience that Poland gained within the framework of the European Union.
We want to cooperate, not just B2B, not just business to business, but we want to create special cooperation between our organizations, between our good solutions for business, and share with our experience with Kazakh people, Kazakh organizations, and Kazakh business.
Poland connects good prospects with transcontinental projects Western Europe, Western China, and the Silk Road economic belt. Kazakhstan's participation in these projects, priorities of the national nourishing strategy, and desire of Poland's entrepreneurs to expand their markets, these are the intersecting points of mutual interest. This is a very important point that you mentioned. We are very interested in close cooperation with Kazakhstan, in providing transport services by transit from China through Kazakhstan and through Poland, further on to Western Europe. In the summer of this year, within the framework of a pilot program in Poland, the main spheres were determined, in which the aid of Polish partners, sectoral clusters will be established in Kazakhstan. These are machine building, construction, energy, and the agro-industrial complex. Specialization of some of the joint productions has already been determined. For example, in the Tulkibas district in the South Kazakhstan region, projects will be realized on the creation of apple gardens and construction of a horticultural logistics center.
This region is very attractive for Poland. First of all, because of weather. This weather is very, very good, very attractive. And secondly, because agriculture sector here are very similar to Polish agriculture sector. So I think that this connection will be very interesting for agriculture companies.
Poland is one of the main suppliers of apples on the world market. Annually, it produces up to 4 million tons of apples. That is why this project promises to bring substantial results. Goods jointly produced on the territory of Kazakhstan will have unimpeded access to the markets of the Eurasian Economic Union.
Kazakhstan is part of this Euro-Asian Union, and we are a member of European Union. So our cooperation will be not just cooperation between two countries or companies, but between two, blocks, two unions.
By the way, according to Russian analysts, establishments of joint productions will provide a good impetus for increasing Kazakhstan's exports of agricultural products.
Польша вошла в число стран, против которых Россия вынуждена.
Poland was one of the countries against which Russia was forced to impose retaliatory sanctions on the supplies of agricultural and horticultural products. And in this respect, Kazakhstan has great opportunities to attract their expertise, experience, and technologies.
Их технологий.
It is paradoxical, but it is precisely the challenging collisions that are currently playing out on the arena of geoeconomics that are forcing countries to seek alternative ways of entering new markets. That is why the alliance of Kazakhstani and Polish producers is well justified. In either case, the partnership of both countries is reaching a new level, and trade and economic relations are taking on a more comprehensive and long-term character. Nina Kumambetova, exclusively for Single Market.
Сегодня в условиях глобальной конкуренции
In today's world of global competition, those countries that have a higher share of GDP growth that is attributed to innovations lead the race. For the developed countries, innovation is the key to accelerating economic growth. For developing, it is an opportunity to move away from resource dependence towards diversification and thus secure a place under the sun on the global economic arena. Kazakhstan has chosen this path for its new economic strategy by establishing concrete sites that would facilitate innovation-driven growth. Our correspondent, Oleg Boldyrev, visited one of those sites. The Special Economic Zone / Park of Innovative Technologies, Alatau, is located 30 kilometers away from the southern city of Almaty. This is one of the two clusters of a science-driven economy that are currently being established in Kazakhstan. Its mission to act as a catalyzer of permanent development of innovative activity. This functional role was elaborated within the framework of the National Plan 100 Concrete Steps.
Парк инновационных технологий Alatau.
The Alatau Park of Innovative Technologies has a total area of 163 hectares and is comprised of a number of production and administrative modules. Initially, this Park of Innovative Technologies was established as a territory of accelerated technological development, and in this role it has achieved substantial results. From 2006 to 2014, the total volume of production of goods and services of these companies amounted to 46 billion tenge, or more than $190 million. The main residents of the Alatau Park are companies that operate in the spheres of information and communication technologies, electronic systems, and professional equipment. For example, Eltex Alatau is working on the production of modern import substituting equipment.
Здесь происходит полный цикл производства телекоммуникационных.
Here, the full cycle of production of telecommunications equipment takes place, which begins with the surface-mounted assembly of printed circuit boards. Then these circuit boards are etched, tested, and installed into the main frame. As a result, we get these types of fully functional consoles for IDTV. The new target indicator, the Innovative Cluster, motivates companies working here to seek solutions to more large-scale problems that should be regarded as a symbiosis of foreign trade, economic, social, regional, scientific, and technological projects. The expected result is an increase in productivity and higher volumes of high-technology products.
Производительность будет увеличиваться по мере
Productivity will increase as we get more orders. Right now, we are in the middle of talks with some of the neighboring countries regarding distribution of our products.
нашего оборудования.
In order to stimulate more active development of startups, a modern innovation support center was established in the Special Economic Zone. Here, beginning entrepreneurs and students can get consulting and transportation services and use co-working spaces, internet and telephones free of charge. The center operates on the basis of a one-window principle. There are potential participants that can come here, receive consultations, file documents, as well as receive proof of residency at the Park of Innovative Technologies. Under the auspices of the Innovation Support Center, an association of innovative companies was formed, which lobbies for the interest of Kazakhstani companies as well as representatives of foreign innovation parks. Recently, on the territory of the Alatau Park of Innovative Technologies, a Kazakhstan-Iran forum on cooperation was organized, during which memoranda were signed between the Alatau Park of Innovative Technologies and the Harasan Park of Innovative Technologies. After the lifting of sanctions, new opportunities opened up for the entrepreneurs of Iran for entering the markets of the Eurasian Economic Union. Their main sphere of interest are developments in the field of animal husbandry and crop production. Kazakhstan is one of the largest exporters of grains and cotton. We can offer products for plant protection that are harmless for the environment. The operations of the Innovation Cluster give the Special Economic Zone the possibility to devote more attention to cooperation with foreign companies that have promising projects and innovative technological developments in spheres that are a priority for our country. In 2016, rental of the second set of priorities of the Alatau Park is expected. On a territory of 142 hectares, educational centers, administrative centers, sports fields, and residential dormitories will be built. Oleg Boldyrev, exclusively for Single Market. That's all for today. My name is Pavel Koktishev. Kind reminder, all the episodes of our program are available online at www.Kazakh-TV.kz. Until next time on Single Market, a territory without borders.